Pro Wrestling Illustrated named him arguably the best North American professional wrestler of the 20th century. He is widely known for his battles with the great George Hackenschmidt. Here is a closer look at the legendary Frank Gotch. The son of Frederick Rudolph and Amelia Gotch and of German ancestry, he was born and raised on a small farm 3 miles south of Humboldt, Iowa. He took up wrestling in his teens, earning a reputation by beating locals. He adopted the toe hold as his signature finishing move. Gotch wrestled and won his first match against Marshall Green in Humboldt on April 2nd, 1899, but his first important match was in Luverne, Iowa on June 16th, 1899, against a man claiming to be a furniture dealer from a neighboring town. Gotch held his own for nearly 2 hours, but lost the hard-fought contest. Only later, when he received the impressed man's visiting card, he did learn that his opponent had actually been reigning American heavyweight champion Dan McLeod. On December 18th, 1899, Gotch challenged another former American heavyweight champion, Farmer Martin Burns, losing in 11 minutes, but impressing Burns as well, who offered to train Gotch. Under the guidance of Burns, Gotch won a series of matches in Iowa and later Yukon. While in the Yukon, Gotch wrestled under the name Frank Kennedy and won the title of Champion of the Klondike. During his time in the Yukon, Gotch tried his hand at boxing, but failed miserably against the heavyweight Frank Patty Slavin. Gotch returned to Iowa and instantly challenged the reigning American heavyweight champion Tom Jenkins. Gotch lost his first match in 1903 before defeating Jenkins in a rematch on January the 27th, 1904 to take the championship. After trading the title with Jenkins and Fred Beal, Gotch set his sights on the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, then held by the undefeated Estonian George Hackenschmidt. The opponent, called the Russian Lion, had gained undisputed title recognition by defeating Jenkins in New York in 1905. Upon defeating Jenkins, however, Hackenschmidt ignored Gotch's challenge and sailed home to England. Gotch and Hackenschmidt finally met on April 3, 1908 at the Dexter Park Pavilion in Chicago. Showing his contempt for Gotch and for American wrestling in general, Hackenschmidt was not in the best condition, unlike Gotch, who used his speed, defense, and rough tactics to wear Hackenschmidt down and then assumed the attack. The wrestlers stood on their feet for 2 full hours before Gotch was able to get behind Hackenschmidt and take him down. While on their feet, Gotch made sure to lean on Hackenschmidt to wear him down. He bullied him around the ring, and his thumbing and butting left Hackenschmidt covered in blood. Hackenschmidt complained to the referee of Gotch's foul tactics and asked that Gotch be forced to take a hot shower to rid his body of an abundance of oil, but the referee ignored the complaints and told Hackenschmidt he should have noticed the oil before the match began. The match continued until the 2-hour mark, when Hackenschmidt was forced against the ropes. Gotch tore him off the ropes, threw Hackenschmidt down, and rode him hard for 3 minutes, working for his dreaded toe hold. Hackenschmidt had trained to avoid this hold, which he did, but the effort took his last remaining strength. Hackenschmidt quit the fall. "I surrender the championship of the world to Mr. Gotch," he said, and stood up and shook Gotch's hand. The wrestlers then retired to their dressing rooms before coming out for the second fall, but Hackenschmidt refused to return to the ring, telling the referee to declare Gotch the winner, thereby relinquishing his title to him. Gotch reigned as the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion from his first victory over Hackenschmidt in 1908 until he retired in 1913 after defeating Estonian George Lurek April 1st, 1913 in Kansas City, Missouri. Gotch is one of the longer reigning world champions in the history of professional wrestling, with a reign that spanned nearly 5 years. The only other champions who have longer reigns than Gotch are Bruno Sammartino, who held the WWF World Heavyweight Championship for a record of 7 years and 8 months, Lou Thesz, whose fifth NWA World Heavyweight Championship lasted 7 years and 7 months, and Vern Gagne, who held the AWA World Heavyweight title for 7 years and 3 months. For years, one of America's most eligible bachelors, Gotch married Gladys Ostrich on February 11th, 1911. They had one son, Robert Frederick Gotch. While in retirement, Gotch joined Sal's Floto Circus, where he would pay any man $250 if they could last 15 minutes in a match against him, without being pinned or conceding. Not once did he have to pay. He grew tired of touring and moved back to Humboldt. After a year of health troubles, Gotch died at home in 1917 of what was rumored to be syphilis, but the official cause of death was uremic poisoning. He left behind his wife Gladys and their son, Robert Friedrich, all entombed together in the Gotch Mausoleum in the Union Cemetery in Humboldt.